This YouTube channel is specialized in solving FE exam problems for civil engineers. And there are going to be several types of videos. Each video is dedicated for one type of problems like math or mechanics or fluid mechanics and hydraulics and so on. Today I will solve several math problems from FE exam. So first, let me share my screen. Okay, problem number one. We want to determine the equation of a straight line, and we have two known conditions for the straight line. So it's parallel to a line, another line that is the equation of which is 2x minus 3y equals 6. So it is parallel to this line, and the line passes through the point 1 and 4, P 1 and 4. So we want to determine the equation of a straight line that is parallel to another line, 2x minus 3y equals 6, and passes through the point 1 and 4. So the general form of the straight line equation is y equals ax plus b. So this is the general form of the straight line equation. Now a is the slope of the straight line and b is the y-intercept. So if this is the Cartesian coordinate, this is x and this is y. So this is a straight line. Okay, so y, a is the slope of the straight line, which can be determined from delta y divided by delta x, and b is the y-intercept, is this point. So now the first condition given is that the line is parallel to 2x minus 3y equals 6. Now when two straight lines are parallel, that means their slopes are equal. So we can find the slope of our straight line from the slope of the given equation. So first, I should write the this given equation in a standard form so that I can find the slope of the straight line. So I have 2x minus 3y equals 6. So this gives me, I want to write it in standard format. So I have 3y. I move y to the other here, to the other side of the equation. So 3y equals 2x minus 6. So y equals 2 over 3x minus 6 over 3, which is 2. So this is the equation of the given line in the standard format. So from this equation, we know that the slope of our line is 2 over 3, this one. So now our line, I call it y1. So y1 equals 2 over 3 x plus b. So I have found the slope. So now I want to determine the y-intercept. Now to determine the y-intercept, I have one condition. I know one point in the line. So I substitute this point, x equals 1 and y equals 4, and I can find b. So 4 equals 2/3. X is 1 plus b. So from this one, B equals, now 4 is yeah, 2/3 x plus B. So 4/3, 4 is 12/3. 4 is, I want to make the denominators the same. So 4 is 12/3. So 12/3 minus 2/3 is 10/3. So y is 10/3. So the equation of the line is y1 equals y1 equals 2/3x plus 10/3. Now this is the answer. Now, if you have any questions about this problem, please send me a comment and I will get back to you. Now I move to the second problem. Now in this problem, I have a function and I want to determine the second derivative. So the function is f of x equals f of x equals x linear x, the natural logarithm of x. So now we have two functions, a function composed of the multiplication of two functions. So the derivative of this function is the first function multiplied by the derivative of the second function plus the derivative of the first function multiplied by the second function. So f prime of x, the first derivative, is x, and the derivative of linear x is 1/x plus the derivative of x is 1 multiplied by the second function, which is ln x. So this becomes f prime, the first derivative, equals 1 plus ln of x. So f double prime of x equals, the derivative of 1 is 0. The derivative of any constant is 0. So f double prime is 0 plus the derivative of ln x, which is 1/x. So the second derivative of the function is 1/x. So again, if you have any questions about this problem, please leave me a comment and I will get back to you in the next videos. Now, the next problem is we have a function y equals, or 2 cosine square 2 cosine square of x, 2 cosine square x minus 3 cosine x plus 1 equal to 0. And I want to determine, it is required to determine the value of x, which is an angle. So this function, we can break it into two values or two functions equal to 0. So 2 cosine square is 2 cosine x by cosine x, and 1 is 1 by 1. Okay, it's either is positive. So since the term in the mid is negative, so that means this should be negative. Okay. Now to make sure that our analysis is correct, we multiply 2 cosine x by -1, so that's -2 cosine x, and the two outer values plus the two inner values, that should give us the intermediate term. So we have 2 cosine x by -1, so that's -2 cosine x, plus minus cosine x, that equals -3 cosine x. So that means the breakdown of this term into two terms is correct. So now we have two brackets. The product of them is 0. So it can be either the first one is 0 or the second one is 0. So we have 2 cosine x minus 1 equal to 0. So 2 cosine x, from this we can find 2 cosine x equals to 1. Equals 1, and cosine x equals half. So the first one, we got cosine x equals half. Now, what's the angle, the cosine of which is half? So there are two angles, their cosine is half. Now, we have to go back a little to the concept of the cosine. So if this is the Cartesian coordinate, these are the squares, the first, the second, the third, and the fourth. So the angle that has its cosine is half is the 60 degrees, or pi over 3. Pi over 3. So the angle pi over 3, its cosine is half. This is 60, or pi over 3. This is the x, this is the y. So pi over 3, the cosine of pi over 3 is half. And there is the other angle, which have, again, now the cosine, the definition of cosine is the x coordinate of the unit circle. This should be 1. Okay, this is always 1. So it is the x coordinate of the unity circle. Now, there's another angle, the cosine of which is, again, 1, which is, if we reflect the pi over 3 here, in the fourth quartile. So this is, again, its cosine is its cosine is half. The same, yeah, its cosine is half. Now, this angle is, we have to start from here. So this angle is 2 pi minus pi over 3. So this angle is 5 pi over 3. Okay, so there are two angles, the cosine of which is half, which is pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. So the first term gives us two answers. So first we have x equals pi over 3 and 5 pi over 3. Now the second term, we still have the second term, which is cosine x minus 1 equal to 0. So we have cosine x minus 1 equal 0, which means that cosine x equals 1. So what is the angle, the cosine of which is 1? So we have, again, we have two angles. It is either the x equal 0 or x equal 2 pi, which is a full circle. So the cosine of 0 is 1, and also the complete circle is the cosine of which is 2 pi. So the angle here, the answer for this question, so x equals can be 0 pi over 3, 5 pi over 3, and 2 pi. So this is the answer to this problem. So if you have any questions about this problem, please leave me a comment and I will get back to you in another video, in the next video. So the next question is we want to determine the limit. We want to determine the limit of x ln x ln x as x goes to 0. Now, in the limit type of a question, we first substitute the value, the x value, and we see the results. So x is 0, so 0 multiplied by ln 0. Now the ln function is, to remind you of the ln function, if this is the x and this is the y, so the ln function is like this. Okay, so it goes to minus infinity at x equals 0. The ln function goes to minus infinity. Now the domain of the ln function is x greater than 0. It can't be negative. So the domain of the ln function is x greater than 0, and at x equals 0, the ln goes to minus infinity. So this is undetermined. Limit x ln x as x goes to 0 is undetermined. Now, in this case, we follow the L'Hopital's rule. L'Hopital's rule. Now, first, to follow the L'Hopital's rule, we have to write this function as a fraction. Limit, numerator and denominator. So this is, we can write this as ln x divided by 1 over x as x goes to 0. So I rewritten the function in this format, which is the same. This is the same x ln x. So I wrote it in this format to determine the, to follow the L'Hopital's rule. So the L'Hopital's rule says that if the limit is undefined, we take the derivative of the numerator and the derivative of the denominator and find the limit again. Okay, so limit as x goes to 0, the derivative of ln x is 1 over x, and the derivative of 1 over x is minus 1 over x squared. Okay, so this becomes 1 over x multiplied by x squared minus x squared. Okay, I just moved the denominator up, so it becomes minus x squared. So it becomes limit as x goes to 0, limit as x goes to 0, minus x. Okay, and this gives us, if we substitute here, so the limit equals 0, minus 0, so the limit equals to 0. So this is the answer of the question. If you have any questions about this problem, please let me know in the comment and I will get back to you. Now, another problem we have is determine the antiderivative, which is the integration of a function f of x if of x equals 1 over x ln 2. So we want to determine the antiderivative, or we want to integrate this function. So 1 over ln 2 is constant. So f of x, if you want to integrate, so 1 over ln integration f of x dx equals 1 over ln 2 integration of 1 over x dx. So what's the integration of 1 over x? So this equals 1 over ln 2. So the integration of 1 over x is ln x, because the derivative of ln x is 1 over x. So the integration of 1 over x is ln x plus c. Since we are integrating, so we have to add a constant. And yeah, if we have a condition, we can determine this constant. So the integration of this function is 1 over ln 2 ln x. So we move to the next question. If you have any questions about this problem, again, please let me know in the comments and I will get back to you. So we move to the next question. We have two data sets, X and Y, and we want to find the covariance. So we have X of 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, and 4. This is one data set, and the other data set is Y of 5, 7, and 9. So we want to determine the covariance for these two sets of data. Covariance. So the formula for the covariance equals 1 over n minus 1 sigma x bar x minus xi minus x bar multiplied by yi minus y bar. So this is the formula for the covariance, yi minus y bar. So this is the formula for the covariance. So we have first to find X bar and Y bar, which is the average for the X data set and for the Y data set. So for the X data set, the X bar equals 3. Just we do the summation and we divide by 3. And for the Y, the other data set, Y bar equals 7. We just 5 plus 7 plus 9 divided by 3. That's 12, 21 divided by 3 is 7. Okay. Now we apply the rule xi minus x bar multiplied by yi minus y bar, and we do the summation. So covariance variance equals 1 over n minus 1, which is 1 over 2 divided by xi minus x bar Okay, so we now apply the formula 1 over 2 sigma xi minus x bar. So the first x value is 2 minus x bar, which is 3. So 2 minus 3 is minus 1 by yi, which is 5, minus y bar, which is 7, which is minus 2. So this is the first term plus. The second term is x I is a 3 minus the average, which is a 3, which is becomes 0, multiplied by y again. Y is 7 minus the average is 7, which is again 0. So plus the third term, which is 4 in the x. So 4 minus 3, which is 1, multiplied by the y 9 minus 7, which is 2. Okay. Now, if we do the summation, we have 2 plus 0 plus 2, which is 4. So the covariance equals half of 4, which equals to 2. So the covariance of the these values is 2. Now this program concludes our session, our video. So if you have any questions about any of the problems, please let me know in the comments. If you would like to receive upcoming videos, please also subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.